Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Been quite busy on the farm this week and it's been really wet, like winter is closing in fast on us here, so we've been really busy getting winterized. And we've also got the cows off the farm. The two cows went to the butcher and the cow and calf, we've got them another home, so been super busy. Let's take a look at what we got up to. Just moved on our fresh morning move and got away pretty good. I've definitely not overgrazed this year. Cows are going tomorrow and sheep will go goats, so really we're not going to be taking so much grass. I've got a lot of stockpile ahead of me. We've got the front field, we've got the field over there, and the other farm still needs to be completely grazed off. So I'll probably maybe bring the sheep and goats in for December and January, depending what the weather's doing, and they'll just go outside on good days basically. But we can get some crappy weather, so we're not really going to be taking much grass in those months. And then we're giving ourselves a good chance for spring growth then. We're leaving quite a bit of grass behind us. Normally this time of year it wouldn't be uncommon to slow down your moves and eat everything and then move off it and wait for spring growth. But I'm actually got the luxury because I haven't overstocked too much. I'm leaving a nice bit behind me as well, so that'll get a good head start. That'll actually grow. Like, we could come back and look at that. We're in the paddock between the tree and the Polytunnel. It's October now, temperatures are cooling, but we'll still get growth, slow growth for the next 2 months on that, and that'll have a nice little bit of grass on it come January, I would think. But it'll be interesting. We can come back and look at that. We've got these guys in the tunnel. I'd probably like to keep them in for maybe one more week. I was thinking of letting them out a bit earlier, but just looking at the dates, today is only the 8th of October, and I would probably like to keep them belly in here until maybe the 17th. So rather than feeding them hay, I don't have any hay yet, so I'm just going to go and cut some grass for them. Quite enjoy doing this, and I'm not under any real time pressure on the farm now, as we're getting into winter mode. So I find it quite relaxing, although just doing a little bit's relaxing. I wouldn't imagine doing this all day. So behind me here, this is our handling yard, or our handling pen, and we normally bring in the trailer and back it right in here and then load the animals out. So our cows are going off tomorrow to the butcher. My dad's going to come with his sheep and trailer, and the butcher's about an hour drive from here. So I got to get the cows in here tomorrow morning before he comes, and then load them up. So we got to get some lane set up for that. It's the next day and it's pretty miserable. It's windy and wet and cold. So got my wet gear on, and that's one thing you really need to invest in this time of year in Ireland. I used to buy real cheap wet gear like this, like €50 stuff, and I mean it keeps a shower of rain off in the summertime, but you're out in rain for 10 minutes and that, like good rain, you're soaked through. Whereas this is some Guy cotton. Any really wet gear that's designed for fishermen at sea is generally good. It's generally got loads of double seams, so the rain really cannot get in. Now you'll pay for it, it's a couple of €100, but I can go out and work all day and not get wet. The places, even like in the sleeves, it's not going to focus for me, but there's really tight elastics that you can tighten up there, so I find normally water works its way up into the sleeve of my jumper, and it's just really well designed, and you can work away in the rain. So anyone working in a wet climate, I recommend save up the money. Don't do like I done for the first few years. I buy like 3 or 4 sets of the cheap ones. Eventually 3 or 4 sets of them equals 1 set of these. Save up a bit of money, get it. It means then you work comfortably. Run the risk. If I wear that kind of gear this time of year, I'm going to get really wet. If I have to stay outside and work, I'm going to get sick. I'm going to get a cold for sure. And then that's me. I'm not working for a few days, or else I'm working with the cold, and I'm going to carry that cold for a week or 2 weeks before I get rid of it. So you got to invest in yourself. Comfort is important too while you're working. Now it's really wet, so what I might do is it's going to be, well, it's windy more than anything. The audio is probably going to be crap outside, so I'm going to go and get set up. I've got to make lanes up into the holding pen and get the cows in there, so I'll maybe play a bit of music and you can see me do that. I bet you're way warmer wherever you are right now. Cows, they normally come from out here. Sorry, this is normally the last paddock before we move to the next farm, so they're used to being in here and then coming into the pen. So I just got to get them up here, and then they'll recognize where they are and they should go in pretty easy. Here's hoping. Okay, I got my lane set up. We're going that way and they need to go right out through there. So I got to now get the cows separated from the goats and sheep and bring them through the gate. I'll swing you around slowly. Got my gate here, so I'll get the cows and sheep and goats separated out, and then I'll open this a little bit and try and push the cows out through here. It's going to just take a little minute, a little bit of patience. So I'm going to get working on that. Come on, cows. Come on. Come on. Come on, cows. Come on. Up. Up. Come on. Come on. Up. 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 There we go. Come on, guys. Come on. Up. 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 No, no, Bertie. Good fella. Right. Up. Up. Come on. I want just to go that way. Come on. Up. 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 Now, keep going that way. Go on. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Come on. We don't normally move this time of the day, so it's a little bit strange. But the red cows figured it out, and the rest of the gang will follow, and that was smooth. Now I just got to stop the goats from coming out. So what I'll do is I'll let these graze here, and I'll go turn the fence back on, and then we'll push them out, because if I don't, then these guys are going to want to come out. Now, they've already went across here, but now they've turned around. So I got to get them turned in this little narrow piece and get them pushed back. And I like to use a white stick. A flag would be ideal on the end of it. You know that you're not actually hitting the animals, you're just making you look bigger. You can reach further. Come on, girls. Come on. That's a job. That's a job. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Keep going. There you go. A little tight corner here, but perfect. They're away. Now I just got to keep close enough on them that they don't turn around again on me. And then I'm going to drop use so that I can close the gate quickly. I was gone for tea. My dad's already packed up and ready to load these gears on. Okay, that's the cows dropped off cow and calf off to James. James is a really good friend of the farm, and actually we were just chatting, and I should have taken the camera out and had a chat with him, but we were just catching up. But I'm going to put a link in the description to a video on James's farm he done with the Leitrim farmers. Every time I come away from James, he's one of the most optimistic farmers I think I know, and every time I come away from James I always feel upbeat, and he's got a real positive attitude and really cares about farming in the future. So check out that video. It's a really cool video on his farm and how his family are farming, and I'm really lucky to have people like James where I can get stock. You know, he really breeds really good Dexters, and then I can buy young stock from him and fatten them up in the farm here. We took the other two off to the butchers, and I just want to give a shout out to our butchers. We use Burns Meats in Grange, and I love working with the guys down there. Jerry's been at it a lifetime, and now his two sons, Cathal and Jeremy, have taken over the business. So maybe when I go down to pick up the meat, I can show you a bit more about what's going on down there. But I'm really happy with the quality of their work, and they're just really good. They're really good with the animals when they're alive, and they do a top quality job then preparing the meat. It's that time of year again. I'm just in the Polytunnel here cleaning out. I'm going to leave the tomatoes in this row. I want to make a winter pen for goats and sheep in here, so I'm going to clear all this out, and then I can take in the gates and that. And my general plan is I need to get ready to put the chickens in the Polytunnel, because the weather's just getting so wet. I've got like maybe, say at best, 10 days out in pasture left, depending on the weather. And I've got some goats in the Polytunnel that I want to get the chickens into, so I got to make room for them in here, and yeah, basically get this Polytunnel ready for winter and get the other one ready for winter, get the chickens in there. That's kind of the game plan here. So I'm just going through here, going to clean all this out, then set up pens for the goats. I'll come back and take the tomatoes out. Whenever we get a frost, I'll rip them out. I can set the pens up inside here. Now I will have to set this up. There will be chickens going in this tunnel too. We go for a period where we've got 2 batches of chickens in the winter time, so there's about 4 weeks or so where I need space for chickens in here too. But anyway, the main goal is clear all this out, get it in the compost pile, and get going. I'm just pulling out this aubergine. I'm going to watch this for some healthy soil. Look at the worm activity there. Just full of lovely worms doing their job, composting away. I'll put this guy on the compost pad, and hopefully they're coming out to work on that as well. Any of the food that we're not going to eat, like these beetroots are probably, we'll take some of them, but the rest we'll give to the chickens. Any of this stuff, I've got a load of cucumbers here that have just gone way over. We've had more cucumbers than we can eat, so any of that stuff will get chucked out to the birds. And this is our compost pile out here. Consists of the bedding from in the Polytunnel from the chickens last winter. There's the bedding from the brooders in here, any green materials on here. And this is all I'm going to do with it. I'm going to leave it here in a pile. It'll probably sit here for a year, maybe more, and then we'll start to take from it again. It's just too much material for me to be managing, turning it and doing everything, so this is the next best thing I can do. That's this side clear. I do have to go through this side and clear out all this stuff, but first I want to get some gates. I'm not going to, that grass and stuff that's there, the goats and sheep will eat that down, so I'm not so worried about that. So I got to go and get our gates from here. We've got to drag all them in and get a pen set up. I wanted to protect the gates a little bit, so I put them sitting up on these 6-inch blocks, and that's just because the bedding is going to rise up, just to stop the bottom of the gates to be sitting in wet, because they are galvanized, but eventually they would rust out. So it's just to lift them up and give them a bit of protection. Every little helps. Well, that's this place half sorted. I've got the pen set up. So there's loads of room here for the goats. They're nice and close to the door here as well, so because we'll be probably grazing a lot of days as well, so we can let them out. I just wanted to get my wood chip, which I'll be using in the small polytunnel. I'm going to actually store all that here, right here, close to the door, so that way it's close to the other tunnel, so it's less carrying time. And I've got a couple more tours to do now. When the tours are all done, I'll probably store some hay here, and I have to be mindful that come January I need to create a section in the back of this tunnel for our new laying flock, so that's why I want to get the wood chip moved up out of there as well. I do need to put up a door at the back here, and so I've got this big opening at the back. I need to close that for the winter, so I've just got 2 sheets of ply right here on the ground. I'm going to use them to block that up. I'll make one of them a door that we can open, and then I've got timber and steel here that I need to find a home for. That steel is for a project that is kind of put on hold, so gotta figure out what I'm doing with that. Maybe I'll use that steel for something else, but I'll put it in storage for now. And then this place is ship shape. That's pretty much it for this video. Next I got to tackle the small polytunnel and get that ready for the layers, and I'm working on another project. We'll probably see that soon. Ad lib feeder for the layers, so I'll show you that probably in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Cheers, guys.